Hello guys, I welcome to all of you in this video lecture. In this video lecture, we will discuss the integrability of sum of two integrable function. So in this presentation, we will prove that if f and g are two bounded and integrable function on a given closed interval, then their sum function is also integrable. And the second part, we will prove that the integral value of some function is equal to sum of their integration, right? So we have given in this problem, in this theorem, that f and g both are bounded and integrable. Since f and g are bounded on closed interval ab, therefore their sum function, that is hx, is also bounded. We suppose that P is any partition which is starting from the x0 is equal to a and x1 up to xn is equal to b. And we also suppose that capital Mi dash, small mi dash, similarly capital Mi double dash, small mi double dash, comma mi and small mi are the bounds of the function f, comma g, comma h respectively in the ith subinterval. And since mi dash plus mi double dash, comma small mi dash plus small mi double dash are the rough upper and lower bound of function h, while the capital Mi and small mi are the least upper bound and the greatest lower bound of the function h in the ith subinterval. Therefore, this inequality will hold. If we multiply this inequality by del xi, right, and taking summation from I is equal to 1, then we get this step. And in this step, the summation mi dash del xi will be equal to the lower Darboux sum of function f with respect to partition P, and summation mi double dash del xi will give us LPG. Similarly, from this term we get LPH, and from this term we get LP UPH, and from the last term in this inequality we get this is equal to UPF plus UPC. Now let epsilon be any positive number and f and g are integrable, so we can choose a delta greater than 0 for any partition P such that the norm of P is less than delta, and we have the UPF minus LPF will be less than epsilon. We use here the necessary and sufficient condition for Riemann integrability, because we have given that f and g both are Riemann integrable. So the difference between their upper and lower Darboux sum will be less than epsilon by 2. So we use here the integrability of function f and g, right? So from the above we conclude that the UPH minus LPH will be less than UPF plus UPG minus LPF minus LPG, and these two values, that is UPF minus LPF, is less than epsilon by 2 and UPG minus LPG is again less than epsilon by 2. So this whole quantity will be less than epsilon. This whole quantity will be less than epsilon, right? So in this way we get that UPH minus LPH is less than epsilon, and from the necessary and sufficient condition of Riemann integrability, that if UPH minus LPH is less than epsilon for any partition P with mu P less than delta, then function is Riemann integrable. So from here we observe that H is Riemann integrable. Now we will try to prove the second part of the theorem, and since f and g are integrable and epsilon is an arbitrary positive number, therefore by Darboux theorem there exists a delta greater than 0 such that for all partition P with mu P less than delta, we have UPF is less than, strictly less than the integral f dx plus epsilon by 2. We use here the Darboux theorem, and similarly UPG is strictly less than integration g dx plus epsilon by 2. Also the integration s dx is always less than with its upper Darboux sum, because upper integral is always the least value of all upper Darboux sum. So UPH will be again less than equal to UPF plus UPZ, and we already conclude that we already get that UPF comma UPZ is less than integration a to b f dx plus integration a to b g dx plus epsilon. Since epsilon is arbitrary, a small number, so we can make it as small as possible. So from this inequality we conclude that the UPF integration s dx will be less than equal to integration f dx plus g dx. Now if we place if we take in place of f and g minus f and g, and in place of h minus h, so we get this inequality will also true for this one, right? So if we multiply this inequality by minus sign, so we get the h dx integration s dx will be greater than equal to f dx plus g dx. So from this one and this one, it is only possible when both the integral value of h dx will be equal to the integral value the sum of integral of f dx plus g dx. Okay, so we prove that if function f and g both are integrable, then their sum function is also integrable, and the integration of some function, that is integration s dx, is equal to sum of integration of f dx plus integration of gx dx. So this is about the integrability of sum of two integrable functions.